live on both ends. Cue the music. Yeah, buddy, we back at it again, man. Saturday night in the basement, Old Heads, episode 61, man. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And, man, we got another great show today for you guys. We're going to be talking about the Hall of Good. We're going to pick our first team and second team NBA players of Hall of Good, guys who are really, really good, but not quite good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. And then we're also going to be doing our NFL Hall of Good, our all-time first-team players who were really, really good, but not quite good enough to get in the Hall of Fame. And then, you all right?
That's at mine.
I see. Then, of course, we're also going to be talking about Victor Wembanyama and all that good stuff and free agency. But I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves. Old Heads, episode 61. Hit that like button, subscribe, man. Let's get it.
Boy, Bills, man. Old Heads, get with us.
Oh, man. NWC, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Honey Pack himself.
Hey, Mr. Honey Pack. Let's go ahead and kick it off, man. Should the Spurs load manage Victor Wembanyama, rookie year? Should the Spurs load manage? You want to kick it off?
I think the question is how many minutes is load managed per game? It's 48 minutes a game. What you think? 35 minutes load managing?
No, I think 35. I think that's load managing. I think anything under 30.
Under 30?
I was gonna say anything under 25.
Yeah, no load management then.
You don't
know
think
what I'm
so?
saying? Nah, but I definitely believe in like about 30 or 33 minutes. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. They're a losing team. Why are we exerting so much effort in his younger years while they losing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, develop the kid, develop as the team develop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe, whoever the coach is, Pop, I heard he coming back or whatever. You already a step ahead of me. I already know Pop is thinking exactly, trying to see the plays that he excelled at and trying to run an offense based around those plays.
Right.
That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He gonna work with the talent that he got. But at the same time, it's like, how much time do you spend, like, man, getting this kid in the way, man? This is the NBA, man. You don't want him to be out sitting out for his whole rookie season right as we see that he getting good, and then we gotta wait and you know what I'm saying? Why play all that game? Just be more worried about strengthening and conditioning with this kid his first couple years. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that his head is right in the game, which we seen. You know what I'm saying? We seen him have that first horrible game and then he bounced back.
Right.
So yeah, the kid got something to show us. So
he's special.
Yeah, but limit that shit.
You feel load managed? No load managed.
I mean, shit, they don't really have a whole lot of weapons, so having him out there going 100% every night to me would be kind of foolish. And I know Pop probably thinks the same thing. They don't have the weapons around him to really make a playoff run right now. But you definitely want to see what the kid got. But I would take the same route the Bucks took with Giannis. I would give him about 25 to 30 minutes per game. I'd probably sit him once every 4 games to rest him down so he doesn't overdo him, because he is a big man. He is over 7 foot, and the knees and them ankles and them hips always become a factor.
It's just a lot to hit. There's a lot to get hurt.
So I wouldn't say so much load management, but let's be really smart about how we play him. You know what I'm saying? I'd say 25 to 30 minutes, couple games off here and there. Like if they have a 10-game stretch, I see him taking a game or 2 off in that 10-game stretch.
Yeah,
I think it would be smart.
He ain't even used to playing this many games too, so yeah, that makes
sense.
But if they're running against if they're going against like LeBron and them, I play him for 30 minutes and take him out.
Oh, yeah.
But if we're going against like the Knicks or Charlotte,
go
ahead, 20 minutes.
I'm glad you said that. That's actually, I didn't think of that until you just said that. But yeah, showcase the young man.
Yeah.
Let him see how you know what I'm saying, fare against the greats and the legends and all the good players, and showcase his talent. Let the world see him on the biggest stages against these guys. So that's actually important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to build confidence within.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want to shuffle him like to the point where like you sitting out games like this. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
this
that'll
looks
get
goofy
weird.
right here.
You know what I'm saying? That'll look weird.
But if you going against like we say like Charlotte or like the Pistons
Hey,
now,
man,
right
I
now,
like
or something.
Charlotte.
I'm not saying the
I don't
Pistons.
like the way you shrugged your shoulders.
Well, it's just like I don't think that's a full team right now, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
certain teams right now have a bunch of young, thirsty guys, and they're kind of reckless right now, and that's where you find these injuries. You know what I'm saying? You never really see guys get injured when it's like star shows. It's always like them games that don't fucking matter that always get the worst injuries. Games that you don't have nothing to really like. This game don't matter, but now I got torn ACL or something like this for this dude being wild and bumping my knee sideways, and you know what I'm saying? See, but there's certain games you need them, certain games you don't. Just be smart when you play. You know.
Actually, I like both of y'all takes. I guess the way I would look at it is to start off. I think we gotta look at Chuck Nevitt, right?
Well,
Chuck Nevitt.
No, not right. What the?
Right. Chuck Nevitt.
Why are we looking at him?
Chuck Nevitt. I know
Chuck Nevitt.
everyone's heard of Chuck Nevitt, right?
No.
At 7'5", he was known as the human victory cigar. Because if he was in the game, you know it was over and well in hand. This is facts. I do real research, right?
Oh wow! I
So-
thought it was because he was getting smoked or some shit.
No,
I didn't
no,
think it was
no,
fake research.
no. If he's getting in, this is why they called him the human
'Cause it's
victory.
over.
Yeah, because it's over. It's over.
For his team or the other?
No,
team?
for his team.
Okay, so his team is gonna
Yeah,
win.
it's over.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Gotcha.
they're probably
It's a
up
shoo-in.
by
So
about
it's good.
30. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, Yao played 80+ games until his 4th season when the injury bug hit him.
Yep.
Same as Ralph Sampson. After 3 years, he only played the most 60 games once. Sean Bradley, George Mirasan, Manu Bowl was healthy until he turned 30.
Greg Golden.
And the only player over 50 games played
Yao Ming.
Yep, and only
Yeah.
played over 50 games once after turning 30.
Yep.
He was
Now
amazing.
the few exceptions are Rick Smits and Mark Eaton, who played 82 games 5 times. I think. Go
Don't
ahead.
forget about Yi.
Who? Yeah.
Yi. You don't remember the Chinese All-Star that had won 2 championships over in China, came over here and did it in your last 2 seasons? It was Yi. It was Yao. He's supposed to be the next Yao Ming. It was Yi.
Oh yeah, no.
Yi.
Yeah.
Y-I.
Yeah, I
Or
know
something
you-
like that.
Yeah, I know you.
He came over. He was a 2-time Chinese All-Star or something. He was cold. Had fundamentals, man. Man, that shit didn't last long at all. 7-footer.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's supposed to be the next Yao Ming.
I do remember that. I think Wemby will definitely need the load management. That's in my opinion. I think he will have a great career. But I think when you look at it, when I really looked at it, when you look at Smith and Eden, and when you really look at it, they both played behind Hall of Fame head coaches. Rick Smith had Larry Brown as his head coach, and Mark Eden had Jerry Sloan. Wemby has Pop, which I think will be key already because he's dealt with 2 other 7-footers and knowing their limitations. So for me, I'm all for load management with a possible generational talent when you look at a guy like Wemby.
Never seen Pop load managed though.
Pop star
What?
load
He
management.
started-
I mean,
started.
like, not like to that, like with a star like that. Not
Why?
No.
Yeah, he started.
Before
He
that.
started that. He started load
You
management.
remember?
I
these
remember with Tony
these
Parker.
infamous-
I remember Tony
Yeah.
Parker and Ginobili and them sitting down,
Dunk
but they were
it.
old. To me, they were old.
He
though.
literally put that on the motherfucking card for the injury report that day.
Yeah.
The reason for
he
being
got
for
in
sitting
trouble.
out was
Yeah, he
old.
started.
Yeah, he got in trouble.
He got
for
into
that.
the NBA like
because he was
Yeah.
holding them
bad.
too many games because they were just trying to make it in there.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, regardless.
but-
yeah, this
But I get what you're saying, but
Yeah,
to me, I felt like that was. I didn't really. I see where y'all
At that
coming
point
from,
in
but it was
time,
like
they
them-
was playing for championships though, so I understood sitting them out.
Right, I understood it,
But some of them, you
it
gotta
was
say
still,
some
it was
of them.
still low
Them niggas was
management.
like, oh no! I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Tony Parker was
On the
injury
real.
prone.
Hey,
Ginobili was
look.
in and out.
But I
Right.
believe,
I
I
Duncan
believe
was like
in
probably
load
the most
management,
healthiest out of
though.
all of them.
I
But
get
I
it, but
believe
they
in
weren't
load
hurt.
management.
So by them not being hurt, it's low management.
It's, yeah,
It's
I
low
believe in low management, just with stipulations like
But-
we was talking about earlier, though.
To a
You know what I'm
certain
saying? If
degree.
you can play, don't be sitting out in the big games where motherfuckers spending the $1 million for the ticket. I mean, if you got to play in that game in LA and they
There you
championship
go.
contenders,
And then-
yard championship contender, or even not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much money they pay for these tickets to come and see you to sit in
but
front
this
row?
and like we talked in other episodes. This day and age, load management is all, and the game is gearing towards load management. That's why we have these play-ins once again. because as you see, the two teams that went the furthest weren't even on the radars.
Yeah.
They weren't even on the radars.
Oh,
So the way this play-ins are working is making it so you can load management. I totally agree, but it's they ain't got nobody else.
Yeah.
They got to at least start them out there for a little bit, because who filling the seats for Spurs right now? When you come in there, you see Victor
He
right
about to.
now. I'm just saying, like,
He about to fill them seats.
that's and I can see it being like I said, 25 minutes, done.
Yeah,
30 minutes,
30,
done.
25, 30, yeah, I don't
Done.
see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if he's gonna hit 30, I think.
Somebody else that I don't think should be load manager, but they might have to just to keep him healthy. Zion, he was on Gilbert Arenas podcast. Shout out Gilbert Arenas, great podcast. They almost right up there with us. Zion spoke on his weight gain and strength. Zion spoke on his weight gain and struggles. Do you guys think he'll have a comeback season this year? Now, I know me personally, when I looked at it, Joel Embiid, he didn't play his first 2 years at all, and surprisingly, never played 70 games. And this is his 8th year, and a lot of us say he's a Hall of Famer. I personally think Zion will be perfectly fine. He's super young. He'll be 23 next year. And I think he said a lot of the right things. People have to understand at that age, he will make mistakes. And we have to understand it's a marathon, not a race, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people have to give somebody that young somewhat grace. It's like you say, he's 22 years old. We all know, like we all know, like a handsome dude, a Brad Pitt or somebody like that. We can look at Zion and tell he probably never started getting chicks until he really started getting that bread, or people started seeing him dunk that basketball. No, it's just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you get immersed into that, and then you also I remember Fat Joe talking about how he couldn't buy certain stuff growing up. He couldn't eat the way he wanted to eat. You know what I'm saying? Growing up. So he said when he went to Mr. Childs, instead of buying one lobster, he buying two. Right. You in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? You can buy whatever the fuck you want to buy. You know, you feel like I felt like he kept it a buck. He talked about that invincible chain. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like he's, invincible. And I think the kid got his head on straight, man. I like a lot of the good stuff he said. He said he surrounded himself around older people. So I personally think Zion will be fine, man. I think just like Victor, he's a generational talent. He's basically, when you look at his game, he gives you 25 and 8 and probably 3-4 assists off talent. He don't even know how to play the game yet. And he's giving you that off talent. So I think if he can stay healthy, he's absolutely a Hall of Fame, absolutely a generational, one of those unique, rare players, kind of like a Charles Barkley or even a Ben Wallace, guys who are basically a one-on-one. But how y'all feel about that? You think Zion will have a comeback year?
I think it's going to be a while. Next year ain't going to be the comeback year. It's going to be the year after. Me personally, I hear everything Zion said, and I heard part of the interview and shit. I didn't hear all of it and stuff. And he said all the right things to a certain degree. All right, Zion has a lot of off time right now. Right now, all he should be doing is punching that gym. All right, this dude is young. You're in the peak of your stages of everything that you're gonna do. All right. You got to get better. And I'm not seeing the work ethic out of him right now. Fuck all the food. I don't know how you this young and getting chunky. This ain't football. This is basketball. I see a lot of guys come into the league. I don't see too many of them struggle with eating. Charles Barkley did, but he did that shit on purpose. And everybody forget that. He tried to put on the weight so he didn't get picked. He tried to do that. And then he shed it off. Zion got to show me a little bit more commitment to the game of basketball right now. Right now, I feel like it's too much outside shit in Zion's life going on that has his mind a little distracted from the game. And that's kind of like what he said in the interview. That invincible, all that was just you being distracted from the game. You're not the first dude to get the bag. All right? You're not. So I understand some of the young mistakes, but now, it's beyond, getting over that. I need to see this work ethic. I need to see in these gyms. I don't see you in summer leagues. I know you don't have to be there, but at the same time, when's the last time you played a competitive game? I want to see a little bit more activity out of him right now. I'm sorry. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a couple summer league games. I'm sorry. Get in here. Show exactly what it is. We haven't seen Zion in so long. It's kind of hard to remember what he really can do when he's healthy. Show me something. Go hoop with some of these young guys and show some dominance. I haven't seen it in a very long time. It's the work ethic for me. I got to see the dog in you. I know it's there, but where's it going? Where's that? Are you gonna get better? What you working on? You talked about everything but your game.
Hey man, I'm jumping right on the bandwagon. What this man said. My shit wasn't saying that, but it's basically saying the exact same thing. Like, dog is gonna get looked at as a dude who didn't even try. If it don't work out, bro, like, I'm not saying it's real easy to get in shape, but it's like it's way easier than it used to be. You got personal trainers, you got chefs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get a chef, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that how you eating clean as a motherfucker. Yeah. Like, bro, like, it's too many, and we haven't really seen them put forth much effort.
That don't really matter either, because you can get a chef, but once that chef leave, them Chips Ahoy's is in the
it is.
If it's a good chef,
but
we'll leaving the right
we'll
food
do this.
for you to eat.
And you're not gonna hear me do this.
That's cool, but I'm saying if you still want that Haagen-Dazs,
it's there.
That's true. About that steam.
You right.
That's
but
true.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's take a page where I give credit to LeBron. Out of every year, LeBron reinvests into his body. He spends $1 million a year putting back into his body. Foods, working out, different things like that. When I see Zion, I see big fucking chains, I see a big belly, I see all this. You not putting that, you putting a different type of million into you. Start working on you and becoming a more solid version, because as soon as you do, you're gonna be the best version of you. No, I'm just gonna be less injuries. So you can get less injuries. We wanna see you play. But every time you get out here, your weight is a factor.
He's gotten bigger.
Right,
nigga. I'm sorry. The kid he's 20.
He's this we in the league,
so he got time to slim down, but he gotta slim down.
Yeah.
The way he played basketball, he shouldn't have been as heavy as he should have been when he got to the league.
It should have been working on it from the gate. Should have been working on the grade.
And I get all of that. And I agree with all that. But like I said, my whole thing is just, I think he's 22. I think we have to give him a little bit more, just a little bit more grace, because I do understand at that age, like, and you have to understand, like, he's basically growing up in front of the camera. You're going to make mistakes.
But what player isn't? Look at Chet Holmgren. Look at all these other guys. Look, Chet Holmgren went from being a 7 foot, like a $190, almost 2. This man done put 18 pounds of muscle on. 18 pounds of muscle. Right. Everybody else around you is getting bigger, better. Kenny Lofton Jr. Don't let him lose some weight. He gonna take your spot. He can shoot. I'm just saying, you know why? Because he playing right now. He on the come up. We watching him play. We ain't watching you play. You getting overshadowed almost by these because you aren't able to be healthy enough. No, he's not. But But I'm just saying, he an up and coming player. He the same age. He finna start getting the bag too. I just can't be making excuses, because I've seen a lot of these guys, these Asians, get the bag. I know he's a special dude, and I've seen other special dudes, AD and stuff, but I've never seen these guys really struggle with the weight after injuries or anything like that. And I watched a lot of guys. When I see them get injured, they come back, they on bull.
Yeah, I feel like
they on bull. They like, I done put on chest muscle, and it's just, I just don't see it out of him right now. I gotta see the dog in him.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in the weight room.
Right.
In just anything, man. Like, in the off the course.
Normally, like, okay, watch. Remember, whenever, I know we switching sports and everything, whenever you see a football player and they get hurt that 1 year and it's a bad ACL, when they show you that next year and they in preseason, the first thing you do, you see this motherfuckers do a big ass chain on, they in there motherfucking doing curls with the chain on, plates tied to their belt, in here running 130 on the motherfucking treadmill, full speed. But see, that's what I'm talking about. They like, look, we bouncing back. I'm not seeing that out of him. He has when LeBron lost that 1 year, he was showing all them videos of him in the gym and shit. He was in there doing this in the gym. Remember, he cut his hair, he's bald, he was in there jamming. He was coming back hard because he was working out. I don't see none of them videos from Zion. We'll see him at the steakhouse.
I see him knocking some dudes out in front of a club. You know what I'm saying?
And, we see the tattoo, the Mount Zion tattoo on his back, but we don't never see this nigga in the gym.
I don't know.
That's all I want. I gotta see the dedication, baby.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't. Me personally, like, I don't care.
I feel it, young. I get it.
I don't really care to see like videos of you like working out.
But it's showing you that you in the gym. But we seeing videos of you tricking off money on
It shows
chains.
that you want to show people that you have the perception that you're in the gym.
Hey, if that's what I need to feel like you coming back, I guess that's what I need. I'm not asking something big.
Right. But I don't care about that because the thing is, like growing up, like we never saw Michael Jordan in the gym.
That was a different day and age.
I don't
But
know
let
if we
me-
did. No,
No, let me finish. We never saw Michael Jordan in the gym, but
because he was already there.
but
No
but
question. He
the
never left.
following year, you can see it in his game.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike got a mid-range now. You know, oh, Mike worked on his three now. I see. You can see it. Same thing with Giannis. We never see Giannis in the fucking gym.
JaVale
But
McGee.
we see it in his game.
JaVale McGee. We seen
So-
him in there and he
so
developed the three.
But all I'm saying is like I don't care. Like those videos, that doesn't move me one way or another. Like I want to see when he
He
does
way
on
work
the
on the
court.
court.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just me. But free agency, man, moving right along. Free agency. One team that you liked moves that they made. One team that you didn't like a move that you made. You felt like got worse. We can start off with teams you felt like you didn't like a move that they made.
Houston.
Gotta agree. Go ahead.
Picking up Fred VanVleet. I think that was a great pickup for them. He's solid across the board. And they say that's kind of what they lacking was a solid point guard. Now they can interject a lot of pieces, and there's a lot of weapons on that team right now to be worked around.
He doesn't shoot well.
But
he shoots under 45%.
he does the key things that you would want to. He facilitates. He gets the team going. A lot of the point guards that I like aren't, we'll say, great shooters, but they know how to facilitate, manage a team, and they become floor generals to a certain degree. And they can get other people and working other people to their spots as well as getting to your spots and layups. He's not terrible, and he can play defense. That's the main where I like him. He plays decent defense.
I was gonna say Houston as well. I like and I love the fact they got Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
I think Van Fleet. I think more than anything, I think it is the fact he is a veteran. The fact that
Champion.
Yeah, he's a champion. Then I love the fact that nothing wasn't given to him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was given to him. You know what I'm saying? He had to work for everything. You know what I'm saying that he had. I think he's the first undrafted player to get a $100 million contract. You know what I'm saying? So I love that aspect, and I love the fact that he'll be able to bring that to a young locker room.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Houston. I love Sengun. I think he could possibly be the best player on that team. I don't know if you guys have seen him or not, but if not, if y'all haven't seen him, go look at Sengun YouTube highlights. They call him Baby Joker for a reason. He is nice. I think he's only like 19. He might be 20 next year. Dude is nice. Jalen Green is a phenomenal scorer.
Yes, sir.
KCP, super athletic. KCP, I think, is erratic. I would love to see his shoot get better over the summer. You know what I'm saying? But I think the talent is definitely there. But I don't know if he's necessarily had the veterans there. You know what I'm saying? To kind of steer him in the right direction. But I think. Yeah, I really like what Houston did, getting Dylan Brooks, Van Fleet. They're going to be an exciting team, man. Them and OKC.
They got a coach.
Yeah.
They got a coach too.
Yeah, they got a good coach.
That's what they, they got Emi Udoka.
Emi Udoka.
Boston.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing.
Udoka.
Udoka.
Made Udoka. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's the whole thing too. That's what's gonna make them. Yeah. When the second they got him, I was like, it don't matter who the fuck is on the roster.
Him and Dylan Brooks.
Be an upgrade now.
Him and Dylan Brooks as a marriage
how
made
you
happen.
play is more important than who's actually playing a lot of times.
Facts.
They all made it to the league. All these guys are good.
Yeah.
So these additions just make them even stronger.
Yeah.
But as far as the pick that I like, man, I feel like the who's gonna make the most impact as far as the additions so far, I gotta go with Marcus Smart, and it's not just because he's better offensively than Dylan Brooks. It's not because he's better defensively than Dylan Brooks. It's because he a real dude who chooses to be professional, like a Jason Terry type. Jason Terry's in the game. He was in the game.
Yeah.
But you couldn't tell when he was hitting on them goddamn threes from motherfucking Dallas. And when you interview him, you have no fucking idea either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He out here busting your ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All the time, no matter what jersey he's wearing. And you wouldn't know this type of shit unless you know this type of shit.
Right.
But yeah, same point in time though, dude is, I'm not saying Marcus Smart is no gaming, but no shit. I don't know him like that. What I know about him is he a tough dude and a real dude who chooses to be professional, and they ain't gonna do nothing but rub off on Ja in that locker room.
Yeah.
He come with a professional attitude every night,
Yeah.
and
Ain't
he
no
play
bullshit.
high intensity
Yeah.
every night,
Every play. Yeah.
and he ready for playoff basketball.
You know, I thought he would be poor man's Dwayne Wade coming into the league.
I did too, something like that, because he was actually a shooter at Oklahoma State.
He was a hawk.
He was
at
dropping
Oklahoma.
like 27, 28 a game type shit.
Yeah.
So, but he took a back seat because they got Tatum high in the draft.
Yep.
Then they got Jalen. He's proven to be a scorer. So he, you know what I'm saying, took a back seat to be a third option. Then ended up being a fourth after Derek White this year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, with all that coming to fruition, I guess it is time for Fam to move around. But like, he can still be a scorer though, and that's what that team lacked. They needed Dylan Brooks to score the ball some of those times.
Yeah.
You know, when they had a full team, but especially when Ja was out and shit like that.
That's what I was saying.
They needed a guy who could, you know, get a couple more baskets.
Remember I was saying this.
And he's an
This
IQ
is my argument.
guy.
This is my argument for
And he's an
Dylan Brooks.
IQ guy stepping into a system.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's not an IQ guy stepping into free for all or guys just doing pick and roll.
Exactly.
He's stepping into where the ball move. And like guys that are moving, they ain't even gonna know that they open sometime playing around with him. They gonna be
Because
open.
he's a smart
Yeah,
player.
he can pat the shit off that ball.
Who one team you didn't like?
I'm still not big on the Suns picking up Bradley Beal because I really don't see the need for it. Although they did pick up Eric Gordon as well, which is going to really make them a deadly like run and gun team if played right. I don't
like that.
I don't know. I don't know what the situation with Ayton is right now, but they definitely got to figure it out because the Suns are starting to build on something and they have a real solid starting five if they can figure out with Ayton. Right now, they have a real run and gun team. They potentially could be one of the fastest teams on the court as far as getting the ball down there and somebody being ready to shoot at all fucking times. They have that. But they got to get rid of Ayton because he kind of slows it up right now. But if they were to trade Ayton to get we'll say somebody who can run the floor a little better, like a Jeremy Grant. I'm just naming guys who I could see running that floor. Or like when I keep telling people, if the Knicks decide to move on from a guy like Obi Toppin would work perfect in that system because he runs the floor. I'm just talking about maybe on defense there might be some liabilities, but you also got
it's not Obi Toppin. It's that tall dude with the defense.
Mitchell Robinson.
him too, but no, Obi coming off the bench.
For Phoenix, that's what you need.
He would work. He would work perfectly like that.
Who doesn't even want the fucking ball?
He would work perfect.
But they go get it off the offensive and defensive glass.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what they are kind of. If they can pull out something like this or figure out where Ayton and work out. The reason I keep saying Ayton because their teams are Ayton away from where they need to be. But there's some pieces that they need that they can build a bench around. Fuck all them draft picks, but they can pull some benches and they can.
You talking about in the free market agency because it's a lot of teams that could really use.
Ayton away.
You know what I'm saying?
They got Ayton away. Miami,
10,
Celtics,
and they are not giving.
I'm just saying teams are. But
like
I said, I still wasn't a big fan. Long story short, of the Phoenix pursuing Bill for what they gave up to get Bill there. I'm not a big fan of that one.
I love the addition. You know what I'm saying? I wonder about. I'm wondering how they're gonna play. Do they even need a true point guard now that Chris is gone? These three dudes bring the ball up the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if you need a traditional point guard to set up plays. Devin Booker has ran the point a lot.
Imagine if they go get somebody like a JaVale McGee, somebody who talk and run the floor. I'm just saying they're not.
I'm
gonna
not
cost
just saying
much,
JaVale McGee because he went to my high school, but
they
I
don't
say
cost
JaVale
much.
McGee for a lot of fucking teams, and you gotta actually play him too. But like, yeah, man, that dude will help this shit up. When the Lakers won, they had him.
I'm trying to tell you.
Fucking matters.
What team didn't you like? What moves they made?
Well, that was funny. I ain't say exactly like didn't like, but I was thinking about the Celtics, how they could have took a step back. Because when you get rid of Marcus Smart, and with the addition of a guy you're trying to incorporate, Porzingis, who may have health issues and may not be there, Lord forbid, or, you know what I'm saying, may just not fit somehow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure how that's going to work, really. You know what I'm saying? You still got, what's the old man name? Horford.
He might get released.
You got the other big dudes. So they got two big dudes. You know what I'm saying? Williams. You got two big dudes.
Right.
Grant Williams.
Are you gonna put him at the 3?
No, Eric Williams. Robert Williams.
I mean, I guess they're gonna play like positionless basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Well,
wondering,
Porzingis
like,
is really more of a 4.
right?
Really is.
Right?
Yeah, he's more of a 4.
Yeah.
So he's starting over the Williams kid.
He'll be center.
Horford?
Williams would be center. Porzingis would be 4.
Not necessarily. You can go
That's-
big. You
listen.
can go big. You can go big.
I'm telling you the lineup.
Put Williams at the 5. Porzingis at the 4.
That's what I'm saying.
Put Porzingis at the 4. Put Tatum at the 3.
Yeah.
And then
Brown and whoever.
at the 2.
Yep.
Brown at the 2, and then White at the 1. Now that's a big lineup.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was
And
thinking.
then
Long
that
run,
actually
something
matches
like
up
that.
good with Denver, who
Right.
I thought personally, I didn't like the moves they made. I thought losing Jeff Green and KCP is huge for them. And
That is huge.
That is.
Because when you look at it, they only really go 8 deep. And I think Porzingis hasn't had any health issues. He'll probably more or less stay healthy. But Jamal Murray and Michael Porter both have had health issues. So I mean,
Did Brown stay? Is
Brown
stay?
still.
Okay.
He's
That was
there. They
huge.
still got
Yeah,
Aaron
that was
Gordon,
huge.
everybody like that. They still got all
Good
them.
for him, yeah.
I mean, but like I say, I'm happy, really happy for you, Joker. I still can't stand that coach, but not at all. But yeah,
Ain't
man.
he mad? He won now.
Nah,
I can't even be
yeah,
mad.
he won't even be in my Hall of Good. But moving right along, man, having a great show. NBA Hall of Good. So how we're gonna do this is I did center, power forward, yada yada yada. So we'll each name one player. And basically what this is, you guys out there let us know too who you feel it's basically players that you felt. We picked 10 players who were really good, but just not great enough to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So who wants to kick it off? Bia, Endo?
I got the perfect one to kick it off with.
Go ahead.
Wacko Jacko.
He fucking
Who Wacko Jacko? Steve Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Steve Jackson?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Steve Jackson was cold. He was actually cold. He was killing all our favorite players.
Yeah.
Tracy
No, Steve Jackson
McGrady,
was cold.
Kobe Bryant, he was on them. He was on their heels.
Okay, I like
He's
that.
a great Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Who you got, Endo?
Joakim Noah.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's a great, but he'll never be a Hall of Famer.
Ooh,
His college career alone, they won 2 in Florida.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
for his college career alone,
His number should be retired too.
It should.
It should be retired
He was
for
cold with what he did, man.
Defensive
It's
player of
just
the
slow.
year.
yeah.
And then that one year, I want to say he finished top 5. I know it was top 10. I think he finished top 5 in MVP that year.
Damn.
He had a phenomenal.
No, he had a great year.
He had a phenomenal.
Made some free throws
year.
even better.
At center, I took Rasheed Wallace.
Ooh.
I thought he had a
Rasheed
Wallace.
Wallace, though.
Man, he's
Nah.
a power forward.
Yeah.
You can put him in
Yeah, you
center.
put him. Yeah, I thought Rasheed. Be second player.
Shit, do I have to pick a position? Or
No. I did positions. But
Okay.
you don't have to.
Mr. Technical.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
going Mike Beasley, man. Mike Beasley was tearing motherfuckers off. He really, he didn't have a great NBA career, but everybody know he'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
He'll fuck you up. I heard how he was fucking up LeBron and
Kind of like
all the
Sean
time.
McCants.
Oh yeah, was the McCants doing that from North Carolina?
Yeah.
He was doing that shit to people.
I mean, when you hear him talk about on Gil's arena, that sounds like Gil back up for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
McCann said he could hoop.
Yeah,
He just kind of a
I thought he
hothead.
was undersized when he was in North Carolina.
Yeah, he's
somebody else that
but
was
believe it
short.
or not, I think he's second or third all time in North Carolina scoring. Sean McCants had game. Yeah, game, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Number
yeah,
2.
yeah.
Or what?
He was
Number
like
2.
that,
But
though.
who else? Hendo.
Carlos Boozer.
Ooh, that is a good pick. His son, I believe, is #1 in the nation right now.
Carlos Boozer, he's so cold. The reason I say he's cold, man, because they had a whip over there when they was over there with that Jazz team. They had a whip, and they should have went. By the time the Bulls got to him, there was a shell of himself to me, but he had a great career to me.
He was still a 20 and 10 guy.
He was a shell.
That's why he got paid. Sean Kemp.
I like that. I almost went with that too.
Just out of the Hall of Fame. Hall of Good, Sean Kemp.
You get skipped?
Yeah.
I think I did get skipped.
No.
No.
You right.
Third.
He last. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm last.
I'm second. You
last.
first. Yeah. It's on you.
The
now.
third player.
I'm third.
Yeah.
That was not No, I was first.
Yeah, you was first. No, but this is your third player.
Alright, shit, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Glenn Rice, man.
Ooh, big dog.
No, Glenn Rice.
Oh, okay.
Not big dog, Glenn Rice. He's a
Okay.
champion.
Okay. You right.
A champion. He won in Michigan and he won.
That's crazy.
With the Late Show. Yes, sir.
Hendo.
Maury Stoudemire.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
I
might
get.
not make it to the he went straight from high school to
Yeah.
a college career.
Cold, nigga.
He's not going to the Hall of
He
Fame.
won't.
No, he'll never go to
Injuries.
college.
Just only injuries.
But he was cold.
But he was
It'll
cold
never
as
stop him
hell,
being
though.
cold.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
Yes,
cold.
he
He's
is,
cold.
dog.
Third player on my second team. Detlef Shrimp.
Ooh, I definitely had him on my list.
Yeah, Detlef Shrimp. Detlef Shrimp had game, man. Actually, before his time.
Okay, I gotta say that.
Fourth player, be out on your second team, NBA Hall of Good.
I gotta say Drazen Petrovic, man.
Oh,
He's a Hall of Fame.
He is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good thing I got a million motherfuckers on this
Yeah,
list.
he's a Hall of Fame.
Let's go, Rick Smits.
you ain't wrong for that one.
Rick
You
Smits.
win your bag for that
Rick
one, though.
Smits is the Hall of Fame.
Duncan
No, he not.
Dutchman.
I don't feel like he's the
The
Hall.
Duncan Dutchman. I love
He
it.
was a problem the whole time.
Yes, he was.
He was actually a problem.
7'4", I believe.
Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, he's not going to the Hall of Fame.
The
That
dog
guy
was
was
cold.
really good.
Dog was really nice. Dog could take you. He had a
He
midi.
should. He should.
He could take you off that first dribble. Be by your ass already.
He should.
And he had a
Oh,
motherfucking
when you look
mid-range.
at his High school, his 1 year in college, and what he did in the NBA and overseas.
But what did he really do in the NBA?
Eat
Oh, he
Vaseline.
balled, bro.
And film it.
I want 4-time All-Star.
Let's
He
see.
had great- he had
Stephon
really good
Marbury.
numbers, bro. He had
Average
really-
15 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 7.8 assists.
Yeah, Marbury was nice,
I don't know
bro.
if he-
No, Marbury's nice, bro.
Marbury,
He
nice,
definitely.
man.
He was 19, 3.
But
We
I
talking about
think,
ball,
when,
man.
yeah, but when you look at everything what he did and then how much he still had left in the tank and what he did overseas,
13
I
seasons,
think-
5 different teams.
I think you can make an argument, bro, that he could be in the Hall.
He could, man. Dog was nice. He led some teams.
Make the argument that he made.
But understand
You
some.
could-
But look, understand the
I'm
teams.
just
Understand the
kidding.
teams he was on. Understand the teams he was on.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
The Minnesota Timberwolves team when they had KG in them.
Yeah.
Then he was on a Knick
They
team.
got better when he left. Sam Cassell and
Yes.
Spreewell and them
Yes.
actually took them further.
Yes.
They did, but he was over there balling for a long time, and they was still going
yeah,
decent.
they was
did
killing.
every-
Nah, he
They-
was
they-
off for 2 years.
Then that motherfucking Knick team that we all knew wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because of him. He was balling over there.
It wasn't because of him why they made a turnaround and won anything either. I'm just
Yeah.
I
saying,
mean,
like,
but shit, if he wasn't over there, they would have lost more games.
I mean, the
Y'all-
man cold.
Y'all
He
y'all
cold,
let us
but-
know if
It
y'all
was-
was Marbury.
I'm just saying they may not
Hall
put
of
him
Fame,
in
all
there.
look good.
He would never be in there.
I would understand.
He'll never be
you
in
know,
there.
Yeah, if
He'll never be in
you
there.
know,
He
because
he-
he's at all the
His,
fame.
his numbers
I would
ain't. His
understand.
numbers is
Because he
conflicting
played
niggas
with
that beat him.
bum-ass teams, like you say. They-
Yeah, no, he
ain't get a chance to
I
be on the big
I don't
stage
think
doing
he-
nothing.
I don't think he will, but he could make an argument. My fourth player, Vince Carter, won't make the Hall of Fame. When you look at him,
Can't make the Hall of Fame for Duncan. That's just what it is.
I guess, yeah, he didn't.
That's all it is. You ain't got no chip.
we got fifth player.
That's fucked up. He might not make the fuck. I feel like man, the Basketball Hall of Fame is pretty generous. Let's just say that.
He's on the.
They may have
He's
a
on a
soft
different Hall of
spot
Fame
for
list.
Vince
He's actually
Carter.
he's on a dunking list.
Yeah.
When he gets an award for dunk, it's like him,
Yeah.
Dominique, it's dead ass.
But when you the best dunker ever, though, it might be a
It's him
little
and
bit of
Dominique.
privilege come with
I mean, Duncan can't put you in the Hall of Fame, dog. I'm sorry. You
Vince
gotta,
Carter
if he was Duncan and had a ring,
Is Dominique in the Hall of Fame?
no.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought he was in top 50
He was
or
far
top
more
100
than just
players.
a dunker, bro.
I'm not saying he was,
And
but
Vince Carter wasn't either.
Great. Like Dominique Wilkins.
Vince, I don't know, man. I think Vince might get
Dominique
in that
Wilkins is
mother.
better than Scottie.
He got a chance.
Who?
Vince Carter.
Yeah, he has a chance, but I don't think he'll
He
make
got a
it.
I don't
chance
think
more
he's
than
gonna make it though.
he got a chance more than Starberry.
Fifth
That's all
player.
I'm saying.
But hey,
Fifth player,
Yeah, fifth player.
James Toney from the Sixers this year.
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
he ain't
don't
on
think
the
he
Hall
is
of
on the
Fame.
Hall of
I
Fame.
don't.
he's not there yet.
If he ain't, that dude was a bucket. I'm going James Toney.
I like that. The Boston Strangler.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth player.
Rick Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, Rick could play.
Rick,
He was tougher than motherfuckers gave him credit for, man.
but
He
he'll
was
never,
stronger and
but
shit
he'll
than they
never
gave him
make the
credit for.
Hall of Fame.
And that motherfucker
He'll-
was only like 6'5".
He'll never make the
or
Hall of
some shit.
Fame. He'll never make the Hall of Fame.
He ain't never
But he
make
don't
the
even
Hall
give a
of Fame.
fuck. He'll take his rings, his
Yeah.
success, and he walk.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I liked about him.
Yeah.
I don't
He'll
think
play
he
you
should
both
make the Hall
ways.
of Good, but that's just me.
What?
Damn.
I mean, that's just me.
I mean, Rick was nice.
No.
Rick Fox is no better than Doug Christie.
No, the reason
Yeah,
the reason
yeah.
I say he was is because Rick Fox had a longer career.
But they were the same player.
Yeah, Doug Christie was a great player, but he had a short career.
We're not going to say that. We're not going to say he was great. Doug Christie was an outstanding role player.
That's
a
he was
great
really
role
good
player.
though too, right? Don't make it sound.
But Rick Fox was nice, though.
He was an outstanding role player. I watched Doug Christie.
Yeah,
He's
Doug
out of
Christie was
Pepperdine.
Last time,
really
last time
good.
I remember, Rick
He
Fox
could
and
play
them.
defense, knock
Hey,
down.
last time I
threes.
remember, Rick
Yeah,
Fox
I'm
and
saying
them
he
beat
finished
Doug
with
Christie
the
and them.
other
He was good.
So,
You hear what I'm saying? Last time I remember, Rick Fox and them beat Doug Christie and them.
Yeah.
Sure the hell did.
It was a great game. It was an amazing series. Matter of fact,
That
I
was a
think,
great team,
man,
too. Bobby
who
Jackson.
hit the big shot at the end to seal that deal? Oh shit, Robert
Big
Horry.
shot.
Goddamn, big shot, Rob, man.
Every time,
Time, baby.
We always come back to this.
Man, I'm telling you.
Number
Big
5
shot,
for
dog.
me, I went with Mark Price.
Ooh,
Should have been a Hall of
shit.
Famer, but injuries.
Yeah, dog was a murderer.
Yeah.
Was Jerry West a Hall of Famer?
Sixth player, or basically first team NBA All of Good.
Dead left shrimp. See him
Yeah.
fuck a lot of dudes up. See him fuck a lot of them dudes up. He was tall as hell. He was a problem. He was
16
strong.
before his time, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He was a major
Before
problem.
his time. Goddamn. First player.
You hadn't even finished the last drink before you pulled the next drink.
Yeah.
Larry Johnson.
That's a lot. Oh yeah, you definitely stole him off my list.
Larry Johnson, man. Grandmama.
Fam took.
Damn.
And when I mean there's a who?
Oh man,
It's a lot of people that
Mighty
can
good.
take over some shit. Larry Johnson can take over. A lot of people forget how cold he was, and I don't know how, but you really gotta see that man play. If you didn't watch him play, but not only that, but he balled outside though too,
Yeah.
and didn't give a fuck.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to expound upon talking about Larry Johnson. I will be here all night. He's probably, he might be my second favorite player all time. I got his signed jersey upstairs. Anyway, first, for me, I won my first team, NBA Hall of Good. First player at center, I went with Amari Stoudemire. I think he's just out of the Hall of Fame. It's only because of injuries. Only because of injuries.
So we doing two teams?
That's how it's 10 players. I broke it up into 2 teams.
Oh, so
I did a second team and
Okay.
then I did a first team.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. But no, so this will be your 7th player.
Right, got you. Yeah, I'm going with Chuck Person, man.
Ooh, Rifleman.
Chuck Person was a
Rifleman.
monster, man. You can't let him get hot. Rifleman, just one of them motherfuckers you got going. He can fuck up your plans, man.
Rifleman.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Rifleman. I love the
Every
Rifleman.
day.
Him and Bird went at it.
Man, hell yeah.
Eddie Jones.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a fool.
Oh, some of the names y'all saying, it just.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I realize
sometimes
like,
you
damn,
gotta sit
go.
back like, damn,
You know
dog
what
ain't
I'm
gonna
saying?
make it.
He ain't gonna make it.
He had all these years to make it, already made it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it ain't
yeah.
gonna happen, man.
Damn.
But shout out to Eddie
Not
Jones, because
Eddie,
he was really a
man.
dog, bro.
Damn,
He was really
man.
a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Kobe for Kobe, man.
fuck?
Yeah, Kobe. I got another one. Probably won't make it. Power forward, my first team. Tom Chambers.
Ooh, Tom Chambers was
That's
nice.
tough.
He was nice.
Tom Chambers. Yeah, I love Tom Chambers, man. If you want to see a crazy dunk, look at him. I think he was dunking over that Mark Jackson. It was either Mark Jackson and Doc Rivers. He went D craziest two-hand dunks I've seen. B.I., who else won't make the NBA Hall of Good, not Hall of Fame?
You know, it was pretty good. Sam Cassell to me.
I love that.
I feel like Sam Cassell was major nice, man, and he ain't never gonna get the credit for that.
From the get-go.
Yeah, from the
get-go.
get-go in Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
From the
saying?
get-go.
If they were weak at that lane, maybe they wouldn't have made it.
Fact.
But it wasn't just Kenny over here hitting the 5 or 6 threes in
Or
one
Mario
game.
Elliott.
Law was consistently hitting 1 or 2, 3, you know what I'm saying, threes a game too.
Yep.
Like Cassell, and that was just with all the stars. Then
Yep.
I seen him run teams. I seen him make Minnesota better. This is
Yep.
why I say things about Marbury like I'm not sure. Because I seen Cassell run teams.
Yeah.
I seen them get to Milwaukee, and then they in the Eastern Conference Finals or close to it or something. They
That's
lost
true.
to Philly that year.
That's true.
I seen him take Minnesota deep into the playoffs or not first round exit type shit. Like, and running the
The
show.
West was tough though.
Yeah,
You
you know what I'm
gotta
saying?
remember
And he
the West
was
when he
doing
was
this
doing it.
with them, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, because Sprewell and Cassell and Kevin Garnett is nice, but them other players, man, we can't even remember them. I'm not even sure if Wally Zerbiak was there yet, or the other white dude they had. Them dudes, those like 2 different times, and it was just weird. They didn't have a bunch of players, you know what I'm saying? But they were making it far because they played as a team, and the point guard ran the show. And I gotta give Sam Cassell his props, man, because a lot of people like.
Kevin Johnson.
He'll make it though. KJ, I
He
personally,
might.
I personally think
He
KJ
might
will make it.
because of his post-career shit too.
Post-career,
Governors and
yeah,
shit
governor and all
too.
that.
It's just gonna
See,
look good on him.
as of right now,
we got
As of right
governors
now,
in our Hall of
he
Fame.
ain't there yet. And Kevin Johnson,
Yeah.
man, he's an uncut gem.
Yeah, it's the same thing as now. Okay.
He's like a Devin Booker.
Yeah.
No.
To me, he was. Cause style, as far as style, older version of like, you know what I'm saying.
Well, Book got a whole bunch in his bag though, man.
Yeah, they completely different.
Book got a heavy bag.
Yeah, and KJ was a point guard. Him and Tim Hardaway at one point were only 2 players in the league, averaging 20 and 10. Yeah, KJ was nice though. I love Kevin Johnson. Actually, the player I took a small forward was player you already said, Glenn Rice. He won't make the Hall of Fame.
Y'all took 2 of my
definitely
dudes that messed
Hall
up
of
my
Fame.
count. I'm just coming up with them off the
No,
top
we
of my
good.
head
We
now.
good.
The last dude-
Final 2 players, man. Final 2 players, but 1 player right now. You got 2 more. You got 2 more.
Shit. I'm coming with off the top of my head. Sam Cassell was a good one. I'm gonna say Rod Strickland. He ain't never gonna make it to the league. I mean, not the Hall. He ain't going to the Hall. Ever.
Kyrie before Kyrie. Hendo.
Yeah,
2 more picks, man.
Horace Grant.
Love it.
Yep.
Love
I
it.
thought about that.
I thought about
I feel
that.
like he
Love
should
it.
be in the Hall of Fame
Nah,
one day.
he won't.
He won a
He
lot.
won't, man.
He won a lot.
He was
But he-
successful,
And he was a
but
missing
was.
piece for motherfucking Orlando.
Yeah,
he got
he
them
was.
over the hump. It was
I
a
know
Michael
they
Jordan.
carried him off the
well,
court. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Mike wasn't there or like that. Then
I
like
got
that, so
another
like-
one. This hurt my heart, bro. These actually last 2 really hurt my heart. Will not probably make the Hall of Fame.
Oh, shit.
Michael Ray Richardson.
Oh yeah,
Sugar.
yeah. He ain't gonna go.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, Sugar.
Yeah, it's time.
If
to
you
go.
guys don't know, go look at Michael Ray Richardson, man. He was basically Westbrook with defense.
Yeah.
Like what would like Mike? It was like, he was Magic, bro. He was a smaller Magic, but probably a better scorer. But because of substance abuse, but Michael Ray Richardson, man. Final player, man. NBA Hall of Good. What you got, Bi?
It ain't. Did we skip this game?
No.
Oh shit. I'm bad with the rotation. My bad.
No, you good.
I ain't do it like this is the best one out of
No,
all
no,
of them.
no.
But this is the last motherfucker I'm thinking of right now since y'all stole 2 niggas from me.
That's fine.
I'm going Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman was nice, and the
Another
nigga
one of my
should have been
favorites.
doper. You know what I'm saying? Or the nigga actually should have been doper.
Yeah, it was an effort.
Yeah.
But like Charles Barkley said, if he wanted to, he could have been the best power forward ever.
Yeah, that motherfucker had it all.
Dog. So
except like athleticism. He
really had that when you look at him in Syracuse.
I
And
mean,
in his
he can
first
still
few
finish
years.
plays with dunks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. There we could be here for hours, man. He was. I always have to talk. Always say I don't know who would have been better, him or Larry Johnson, if they stayed healthy. But that's a different conversation. Last player in the NBA Hall of Good.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, no.
I just don't know if he gonna make it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a basketball. I don't know if he's going to
An Olympic team.
He's
An Olympic
He-
team.
he-
I
he
don't
is.
know.
He is first ballot.
Yeah, he going.
He's first ballot.
Yeah, when he retired, he was top 10 scoring or some shit or somewhere
Yes,
around
he's-
there.
he's-
Some
All
shit.
right, all right. We'll take Melo back.
Val,
Yeah.
We'll put Jamal Crawford up there.
Oh.
He'll never make it, but dog was an amazing basketball
I watched him play
Amazing.
in Michigan.
He
When they
could
had
give you
just
30
him
at
on
any
the
given
front.
moment.
He
Off the
can.
bench, starting.
Top five ball handler all time too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Top
Hell
five
yeah.
ball handler all
See him
time.
doing shit in the
This
game.
crossover,
Like,
stupid.
Yeah, he was nice.
For me,
Jason Williams.
yeah,
His
white
father.
chocolate.
Yeah, white chocolate.
White chocolate, yeah,
He was doing
stupid.
shit with The Rock, man. It's like,
Yeah, phenomenal. For me, last play I picked NBA Hall of Good. This hurt my heart too. Love watching this guy play. If you guys don't know, check him out. Fat Lever,
Oh, yeah, Denver Nuggets.
triple double
Damn.
machine. Before
Damn.
when you really had to get a triple double, Fat Lever, man. Will not make it. Phenomenal
going.
player. No,
He
ended
said
up
he
getting
ain't
hurt.
going.
He ended up getting hurt, but Fat Lever. Now, moving right into our last segment for the night, man. Our NFL Hall of Good team. So what we'll do is we'll run a little press for time. We'll each say our quarterback. We'll basically do our quarterbacks, and then we'll just basically do it by position. So, Hendo, if you want to kick it off, top 3 quarterbacks that will be in NFL Hall of Good.
Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
I don't think Phillip Rivers will make it to the Hall of Fame, but he was a damn good quarterback.
I agree.
He was a damn good quarterback. He had some crazy numbers. He threw for over 63,000 yards, 421 touchdowns, and 209 interceptions. But it just wasn't good enough, I guess. He was still a great quarterback. Coming in after him, Tony Romo.
Ooh, okay.
Tony Romo was an amazing quarterback, but I just don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
He has some of the
I like
best
that.
advice.
Absolutely.
I think he's an amazing coach as a quarterback coach to help him out, but he just
It was just injuries, really.
it was.
His talent is not an issue.
It was never an issue with him. And then coming in number 3, who just won't make it, Cam Newton. I don't think Cam Newton will make the Hall of Fame. I really don't. He was an amazing quarterback. I just don't think he'll make. And it was similar to what it was. I think injuries as well. I think just injuries took him out of competitive times right there, and it kept up. I remember he got into that car accident. You know, he's fucked up after that, as you should be. You got into a fucking car accident, your truck flipped. You know, but I think injuries and key certain times I've seen him like in big moment games, kind of fumbled the bag, man. He was so close to having that championship, but if that game would have played out a little different, we'd be having a different conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's making the Hall of Fame, but it's very narrow. I just don't think he'll be in the ballots anytime soon.
Gotcha.
Me neither. That's why I said Cam Newton too.
Top 3
But
quarterbacks.
I definitely said Cam Newton on the real. I'll take him off the list though, and I'll put
So what you get?
Randall Cunningham on there in his place. Then Randall ain't gonna make it.
Okay, 3 quarterbacks.
He ain't gonna make it.
Ooh, I know that's tough though.
Warren Moon in the Hall. of Fame.
Damn, so
I'm
fucking.
pretty sure he is.
Oh, is he?
I didn't think
oh,
he was,
Because I know
Yeah,
I was
he's
just
in
thinking
the
that they wasn't counting that CFL and shit.
Yeah, he's a
What you said what's his name? I'm going Steve the Bird. He's never gonna make it. His time is
Okay.
over.
He said he's never
Steve
gonna
the
make
Bird
it.
got his job took everywhere he went.
Steve the
This
Bird, he
nigga got
was
his
decent,
job
too.
took by Joe Montana in Kansas City. It was 2 other quarterbacks. Could have been Vinny Testaverde in like Tampa Bay or some shit, and it was like a third one. Everywhere he went, a better quarterback came. And Steve the Bird could play though.
But
Steve
you
the
know how
Bird
that
could
shit
play,
happens, man.
He can
Sometimes
actually
you just play.
dog. He just kept getting his job took until he was old. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit.
So you got the Bird. Who else? The Bird, Cunningham.
Man,
He's
I'm
in
gonna
Moon.
still say Cam.
Newton.
I think he said Warren.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah,
Probably
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Warren, yeah,
So
Warren
Cam
Mills
Newton,
in
we just
there.
had the same one for.
I went with Mike Vick. Mike Vick won't make it as sad as I hate to say it.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
Matt Stafford. I think a lot of people think just that one Super Bowl, but I think he got a lot.
He got a lot of yards.
He got a
Yeah,
lot.
he do.
He got a lot of empty stats in Detroit.
Well, but at the end of the day, it's gonna like look at like he got a ring and all these
that
yards,
ring
so-
reflects a little heavy.
I get all that.
I almost said Trent Dilfer too. So
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Phillip Rivers.
them niggas. Oh
I don't
man,
like
I
I don't
don't.
like Phillip Rivers.
I
But
don't
he was
like
a hell of a
Phillip Rivers.
quarterback though. He was. He could sling that muff. He's
I
just
like-
not a winner.
He got a lot.
Yeah, but a lot of niggas take that. Matt Stafford do the same thing. He was hitting motherfuckers the same pass.
He got
And I-
that gun.
He
man.
do.
And I went with I watched Stafford in Georgia. He was a phenomenal. I just don't think he'll make the Hall. Yeah, he made it. I knew he was gonna be good when I saw him. He made a pass on the sideline. Randall Cunningham, I want as well. As much as I want him to be, I think injuries and just being basically born at the wrong time. If he would have been born now,
it's
it's
you run an option with Randall Cunningham.
it's a wrap, bro.
Let's go, bro.
Two running backs, Hendo. We're a little pressed for time.
Matt Forte.
Ooh.
I just don't know if I like Matt Forte because he's a hell of a running back and a hell of a receiver. He had damn near equal stats. He was one of the only running backs that have 100 games, 100 yards receiving, 100 yards running. Like shit. Like he's a dog like that. Like, but as much stuff he did good, I doubt he'll make that Hall of Fame.
I got one for you. The Chicago Bears. We got the Bear game on.
Thomas Jones.
Neil Anderson.
Ooh, I like that.
And Neil Anderson was actually dope.
But I had Matt Forte and I had Ricky Williams.
Yeah, those are two great picks.
Yeah,
that is
Ricky
a
Williams.
great fucking pick.
Ricky Williams.
I thought about that, but
Ricky Williams was a dog.
Yeah,
he was a
dog.
fucking dog. If it wasn't for the weird ass little situation with the weed and the substance he was using for his herbal diets or whatever the fuck was going on at the time, that sidelined a lot of his prime career, and he still would have been.
He's a top.
Oh my
running back.
God, if he
That
would have
doesn't
stayed.
happen. Two running backs.
Bo Jackson.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Bo Jackson. I put a whole bunch of them down here, so I'm gonna just pick one. I'm gonna say Priest Holmes.
Ooh.
I love that.
Ooh,
I got a
yeah.
whole bunch
No,
of-
that's a kick in the dick right
I
there,
got a
though.
bunch of
You
them.
right. I like that.
I like the running back.
I like that too
position.
much, man. What's your next? You got another one?
I got two running backs. I picked. One was Roger Craig, the Hall of Good, just outside of the Hall of Fame.
Roger Craig was dope as hell.
Yeah, he was dope, but he won't make the Hall.
Yeah, he probably ain't gonna make the Hall. I thought maybe we would have been in there.
No, and I picked Bo Jackson as well. If he never gets hurt.
Robert Smith.
What
Robert
about
Smith.
Sean Alexander or Christian Okoye?
They won't make it neither,
They
man.
ain't gonna
Sean
make it.
Alexander
Them
was
names
a
out.
dog,
They ain't gonna
bro.
make it. Yeah.
I used to
Sean
watch
Alexander
him with the
was
Seahawks.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sean
Sean
Alexander.
Alexander
He was
was-
actually on the cover of Madden.
Yeah.
Hendo, 3 wide receivers that will not make.
I thought we was going tight ends. Hold on. Okay.
I mean, I can kick it off.
ahead.
No, I got. You know, I'm ready.
Okay.
3 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Dogs. Antonio Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Antonio Freeman was an amazing receiver. He was an amazing receiver, and he got some rings. But I doubt he'll make the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Chad Johnson. I don't think Chad Johnson's gonna make it. Dog, an amazing receiver. And Des Bryant.
Dope as hell. Dope as hell.
Dope ass list. I can't even lie. That's a
list.
dope ass list.
That's one of your best lists ever.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
That's a
I
good.
was expecting to say Jordan Poole.
That's a good list right there. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
was doing
shit,
food.
Chris
Chris
Chelios.
You talking about that one? That was a goddamn good one.
Oh, Johnny Knox.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a good ass list.
That was a good ass list.
3 wide receivers.
What was the tall, dark-skinned monster that shot at the Plexico?
Plexico Burst.
Plexico ain't getting there. Plexico ain't gonna make it.
I had him on my list, but I looked at his numbers, man. He wasn't gonna make it if he didn't shoot himself. To be honest, his numbers went that.
Well, all right, let's go ahead and scratch him. What about Brandon Marsh?
He'll make it.
You think he gonna make it?
I think so.
I think he's gonna make it too.
I think so.
All right, scratch him. Hold on, is Keyshawn Johnson in this motherfucker?
I don't think he there. I don't think he's gonna make it.
No, he's not.
He's not there. He's not in there. I don't think
he won't make it.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
I mean, that's a great pick.
No,
Okay, what about Horn from the Saints?
Joey Bighorn? That's a good pick.
He ain't never gonna make it.
No, he not.
He ain't never gonna make it. I had Chad Johnson, and I don't know if Kenny Lofton is in the Hall of Fame. Is Kenny Lofton in the Hall of Fame? Because he was
That's
killing
baseball.
What the one Lofton dude who played with the Bills and he played with the Packers before that.
I know you talking about. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I feel like he might not be in the Hall of Fame.
He might not be.
That nigga was cold. He was lined up with Andre Reed.
Yeah, I know
and BB, the little white dude.
Don
BB's
Don
fast as hell.
Don BB, I believe, went to UWL. If I'm not mistaken.
That's
if I'm not mistaken, he went to UWL.
That's hilarious. But UWL fuck around with Packers and shit.
If I'm not mistaken, he went to UWL.
I got one for you though. If you jump down, Kyle Rudolph.
That's a tight end.
That's coming in tight.
Yeah. You
You
got ahead of the game. My 3 wide receivers were Torrey Holt of the Rams, Jimmy Smith of the Jacksons. No.
I think he's gonna make it though.
I
think he gonna be on the list to make it in. So
He might. But like you said earlier, he ain't on there right now.
Yep.
And then you also got to look. He played with Isaac Bruce.
Yeah.
And
and Hakeem.
And he played with Marshall. I mean, so he didn't necessarily get as many balls as probably somebody else would have. But Jimmy Smith of the Jacksonville Jaguars, phenomenal wide receiver.
Yeah.
And then one of my personal favorite wide receivers, Andre Rison.
Andre Rison was dope.
Yeah, Andre Rison, the Hall of Good. Well, not
Yeah.
I got a question. Is Heinz Ward in the Hall of Fame? Or if not, you think he's gonna make it because he was really a dope.
I was actually gonna pick him.
I looked at him too, and I ain't gonna lie. And I think the only reason I say
he don't have a lot of yards like that. He was like a dope possession receiver who was a faster guy.
You know what?
But a strong guy. He was like Steve Smith.
I thought about him, and then I thought about my
possession receiver.
I thought about old boy from the Giants. I always used to do the dance.
The salsa.
Yeah.
Cruz, yeah.
I thought about him too.
Cruz was dope. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one because he would have been dope if he didn't get injured. Like,
right,
yeah, he only had like 2 good seasons.
See, that's the only thing, though.
He got injured a couple times, actually.
By far, I think one of the best sneakers.
Oh yeah, that shit was
By far
cold.
one of the best sneakers.
Yeah, that one joint was cold.
Heinz Ward, for the 7th straight season, Heinz Ward was a Hall of Fame semifinalist. As for the 7th straight season, he will not wind up in Canton. While that doesn't impact the great career Ward had, he does admit it is frustrating not having gotten that knock on the door yet. That was in January 18, 2023. So not yet, 7 times. I don't think he'll make it. But honestly, probably the greatest blocking wide receiver of all time. Tight ends, you already named one, Hendo. Who is next on your tight end list?
After Kyle Rudolph, I would say Jimmy Graham.
Perfect. That's who I picked too.
That's a good one. He ain't going.
I might as well say it.
I'll give him one just because one I had sneaker was Martellus Bennett too.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I had Jimmy Graham and Ben Coates.
Coates is nasty, man.
Of the Patriots. Yep. I don't think he'll make the Hall of Fame. Really, really good tight end.
I don't remember my dude's name from the Giants back in the day who drugged the shit out of Ronnie Lott 50 yards.
Shit.
But Bravo, he was like an Italian dude. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember this dude's name, but he was just him, Invincible from Fitness Man. And I'm gonna say what's the name, man? Jermichael Finley, man. Jermichael Finley was actually straight.
Yeah.
He was straight, but he ain't going.
No, not even close. Yeah, he got injured. We could do it. We don't necessarily have to. I'll do offensive lineman if you want to.
I got
yes, sir.
But the five I picked was David Bakhtiari, Quentin Nelson. First few years, it seemed like a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. He's been hurt the past few years, so I don't know if he'll quite make it. I hope he does, but as of right now, he's being Hall of Good. Olin Kreutz, center for the Chicago Bears. I would love to see him make it. Phenomenal player, but I don't think he'll make the Hall of Fame. Tyron Armstead of the Saints, and then Jahari Evans, guy who Chicago wanted to get. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he'll make the Hall of Fame.
No Jeff Saturday?
No, he's going to make it.
Saturday I'll make it. Yeah, Saturday I'll make it.
O-line, Jake Long.
Okay.
I think Jake Long was a dog. He probably won't make it, to be honest, you know. Nick Mangold.
Okay.
Played for the Jets.
Yeah.
Dog was nice.
And
And
play for Philly right now. Like when he play, they win. When he don't,
I mean, Dog's the type of dude like Dog's cold. He's still. I doubt he'll make it though.
That's a great pick.
And then Chris Snead.
Mm.
Chris Snead played for the Giants, and when the Giants were doing good, he was their old lineman.
Nick Mango. That's when they had that great line with the Brickshot Ferguson.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
And then I think I had one more in there too. Hold on. Lane Johnson.
He'll make it.
I think he will, but he not there yet. But he should, but he's just not there yet.
Yeah.
Type shit.
I think him and Kelsey locked. Well, so we can do it really quick. We'll do our defensive ends. So basically, two defensive ends. Robert Porcher, I picked out of the Detroit Lions, had over 90 sacks, and then Leonard Little from the Rams. I think both of those guys are Hall of Good. They won't make the Hall of Fame, but two outstanding pass edge rushers. Who'd you have in those two?
I think I just did D line people too. I don't think I just did edge rushers.
Okay, well, two.
I did
Can we do 2 or 4? Well, let's do 2. Let's do 2 of them right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I got, let's see, as far as that, I got Larry Warford. Played
like
7
that.
seasons with the Saints and the Lions. He was 3 Pro Bowls. He probably won't make it. Dog was a beast. Hainsworth.
Ooh, Albert Hainsworth.
Yeah, Dog was he's one of those guys when you knew you had to run up against him, like, damn, I gotta play against this motherfucker. He played dirty as fuck. And Dog was, he might step on your ass when you was done.
Once he got the bag, that was the problem. 2 defensive players, D-line.
Manly. Remember Manly?
I do.
The Redskins.
I do.
Did he have a drug problem or something?
I think so.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going Brown. I think his name was Brown. Played with Reggie White with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
They was tearing shit over Buddy Ryan.
I know you're talking about.
Before Reggie White moved around to the Packers. You know what I'm saying? They was tearing shit up. So them 2 motherfuckers I'm picking.
I went with, of course, Porcher, Leonard Little, and then on the D-line, 2 nose tackles. I went Linval Joseph of the Vikings and Leroy Glover of the Saints. 2 phenomenal nose tackles that were really good, but won't make the Hall of Fame. Hendo,
I think
D-line.
I still got some
You got 2
D-line.
more. You got 2
Yeah,
more players.
Dwight Freeney.
Ooh.
I think
He not there yet.
he'll make it though.
He should.
He should, but he just not there yet.
That's actually a good pick.
And then Jared Allen.
Oh,
Jared Allen used to be a dog with the Vikings. I mean, the Bears caught a shell of him as well. Once he got the bag, he started playing
he
different.
should make it.
But
yeah, he probably make it.
we ain't seen it yet.
I think he got a 100%.
Right.
Who you got?
Is Dan Hampton in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Nope.
Dan fucking Hampton. Tuck. I know he ain't in the Hall of Fame yet.
Justin
Tucker.
Tucker. Justin Tucker.
Giants.
That is a phenomenal pick.
Yep.
I
You
like
look at all
that.
4 of my picks, them motherfuckers all kind of monsters.
I like that.
You don't want to face the
I
4
like
motherfuckers,
that.
dog.
The 3 linebackers I picked: Lance Briggs, Zach Thomas of the Dolphins, and London Fletcher. Only about 5'10", was absolute dog.
Is that San Diego?
He played everywhere. London Fletcher played for the Redskins. He played for the Chargers, I think.
Yeah.
But he was small, ball headed. But I like those are my three: Briggs, Zach Thomas, London Fletcher.
I just had some old defense people. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I had Rodney Hudson in there.
Okay.
And then I had Brian Bulaga for the Packers and the Chargers. He's actually, when healthy, dog's a dog. But I know he was on the line. I'm just saying what I had on my list. And then my other player was I had Pat Williams.
I love it.
But he not. Everybody think of the William boys is nasty up there, but
it has nothing to do with that. It has more or less. He's quitting his prime.
yeah.
He quitting his prime. I think he'll make it. He was a Pro Bowl every year he played. It was like 8-9 straight
I'm
seasons.
trying to tell you, dog was amazing.
He was better than Urlacher than me,
Yeah.
personally. But who else did you have? Yeah, who else you had on your team? We can just finish it out.
I got my DBs next.
I got two. And I got two questions. Goddamn, my shit is coming in the form of questions. I ain't do the proper research.
Yeah, I ain't
Before
gonna lie, I
got
fucked
here.
up my list too.
Otis Wilson and motherfucking Marshall. What was his name?
Wilbur Marshall.
Wilbur Marshall.
Yeah.
Are them niggas in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Because I don't think so.
I think the one on my list, since I go back, since I fucked off and shit, I put Lance Briggs up there because I totally think Lance Briggs should be in the Hall of Fame, but he won't.
Yeah, nah.
I ain't gonna lie, but Dog was one of the most.
That sounds, you know what I'm saying, like being like on some homer shit, although I'm clearly picking Chicago Bear players. Also,
But
these
Lance
dudes
Briggs
won
was
that
cold,
chip
bro.
and they was part of the coldest
Wilson, no.
defense.
He hasn't been selected yet.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think Wilbur Marshall ever gonna make it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are majorly overlooked and they was part of the best defense ever.
You think J.J. Watt gonna make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking.
First ballot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First ballot,
Yeah,
guaranteed.
that's guaranteed. Yeah, Wilbur Marshall will make it. He's a member of the College Hall of Fame.
Mm.
Yeah, College
Okay.
Hall of Fame. My cornerbacks.
Ooh.
I picked
like
Peanut Tillman
Ooh, he was on my list.
and
Motherfuckers.
Aqib Talib.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, those are my two.
I
Two
got,
safeties. Guess
oh, shit, you good?
We'll do the two safeties.
I got
Eric Berry and Bob Sanders. So that's just basically covers my whole secondary. Which sucks.
I got Adrian Wilson.
Ooh, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Oh,
One, I ain't gonna lie, this one should have made it. No, I ain't gonna lie, but he won't.
what up?
Darren Sharper.
Any
No.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
Any shouldn't.
Yeah.
The
yourself.
outside allegations or the outside scandals, whatever you want to call it. It can't be
Outside
allegations.
shit.
Yeah,
It's
it can't be
inside.
outside
That
if you got
They didn't take
found
shit in the
guilty.
courthouse. That shit is inside.
I had public knowledge. I had Peanut up there as well. Charles Tillman, he's just amazing.
Punch.
Asante Samuel.
Asante might make it.
He might, but
he should.
He's one of those guys
I
that
should
you
say
be like,
he should make it.
you'll be like, damn, he should make it, but I can see him getting
son
looked
is
over for
phenomenal.
years.
Yeah.
I can see him being 75 and getting wheelchaired up there. Like, Asante
His
Samuel.
son's phenomenal too.
Very true, man. Okay, I have Peanut too.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna say Dave Durson and Gary Fenton.
Ooh, I like
Because
that.
ain't nobody gonna say that. Now, why are these people not in the Hall of Fame? And they part of the best defense
That's true.
to ever play the game.
That's why.
true.
That's
true.
why.
I hate- And a final player I picked on
Wide receiver.
this player in general, special team, Robbie Gold.
Robbie Gold.
He gonna
Robbie
make it
Gold.
though. I feel like he gonna make it.
I don't think so.
I feel like overall, like points and all, like yards, points and everything. I feel like
he
he'll
scored a
make
lot
it.
of points.
He not retired yet though. That's the whole thing.
Oh, I know.
As soon as he retires, I think he'll be one of those guys there. But I will say this, and I'll keep it a buck, and I'll keep it 100. There was a guy who was like the best. He was pinning people. He was one of the best punters, kickers. He was pinning people under 10 yards on kicks, everything. What they call it, coffee kicking in the zones. He had a 93 something like that % kicking rating. He was awesome. Best punter, kicker ever. 70 through it. It took him all the way to his wheelchairs to like 5 years ago. They had to wheel him up there because his special teams really don't get noticed like that. So long story short, it's gonna be tough sometimes because like shit like that be hard, and it'd be hard to get in there in special teams as a kicker when you got a wide receiver, a quarterback, some old linemen that's really good. Like it'd be tough.
Look at Devin Hester.
Right.
But B.I., please tell these people, man, what time it is.
Oh, shouldn't we get our receivers?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
I was making sure.
What time is it?
Absolutely, man. It's time to trade yourself, man. Trade yourself.
Trade your motherfucking self, man. If this is your first time checking us out, trade yourself. This is how we always end the show. It's basically you pick anybody. It could be from entertainment. We normally pick somebody from sports. Doesn't have to be. But somebody that, when you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to tell nobody, fuck you. It's just a good way of just telling somebody, fuck you. Fam, you want to know what? I ain't like what came up out your mouth. You need to trade yourself. Perfect example, Zion's side chick getting Zion on the side of her face. That's an example where you are looking at, you ain't got to call up Dot or anything like that or a cum rag or none of that good stuff. You could just simply say, young lady, trade yourself. So, who need to trade themselves this weekend, though?
I think everybody who was talking about Chase Claypool attitude when he was in OTAs. We talking about a work ethic in OTAs, and this guy been in the league already, knows what to do. But we talking about OTAs. We're not talking about preseason. We're not talking about training camp. We're not talking about that. We're talking about OTAs. These guys just running through the motions, walking through plays and stuff. And they talking about ethic and work ethic and a bad attitude. Listen, tell me all about that when we in season 5 and we watch this shit on the field. Because otherwise, we talking about walkthroughs and motherfuckers having bad attitudes during walkthroughs. And we trying to put that on work effort, and that's why the Steelers gave him up. No, the Steelers gave him up because they ain't got nobody to fucking throw to him. All right? Let's be fucking for real. He was getting pissed because he had Mitch Trubisky over there throwing to him, and he thought he could do better. That's why he was mad. I'd have a bad attitude, too, if I'm looking for the ball and I'm a young receiver. So everybody talking about he got bad work ethic. Man, that's cool. Watch what he produced on the field. Stop hating on this man. He gonna end up being a very, very good receiver, and everybody just keep on hating, talking about work ethic. I've seen a lot of great players with shitty work effort. AI. Remember, we was talking about practice.
I think Claypool will be out the league in a year or two. That's just my opinion. I think when you hear about players having bad work ethic on OTAs, he should be the last person dead, man. He came to the Bears and laid an egg. He didn't have a touchdown. He had maybe a half a good game. So I think he needs, the player that he's had one good season. That was his first season. It seemed like once the NFL figured him out, he ain't done much of nothing. I think that's why Pittsburgh gave him up. I don't think it had anything to do with his attitude. I think they understood that it's a combination of his attitude and the fact that people have figured him out.
I think it was the quarterback situation. If the quarterback's not getting you the ball, and that's the quarterback's job, you be disgusted too. I've seen players demonstrate their frustration over similar things like that. Have a different. I mean, hell, how do you think we got Brandon Marshall? How do you think we got Brandon Marshall?
Right. But
I'm just saying, I can see players get to a different environment do that, but it's everybody circling on these rumors talking about but we haven't even seen this man in a system that he learned because he got introduced in the system. Now he knows the system. Now we ain't got no excuses, but let me see him play before we talk about attitudes. Attitudes is a facade. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck about that. Show me a product. We not talking about week 1 where he not showing up, week 2 or something like that. That's when we start talking about it. But we talking about OTAs. This ain't even minicamp yet. We not even hitting the hard shit yet. This is OTA. This ain't even practice shit. We talking about OTAs, them gathering, meeting at certain locations. That's what I'm saying. Everybody talk about, man, let him work through his shit, man. We talking about attitude. You don't know what he doing behind the scenes. None of us do. But when we hear everything coming out the Bears training camp, they saying that they love the production on him. He's easy to work with. He's going through. But everybody else talking about he's hard to work with. That's a lot of everything else. But the Bears training camp not saying that. I read it, but everybody's circling talking about, oh, he's a bust. I can't go out there and say that. I can't. So trade yourselves. Y'all really think he a bust? Trade yourself. I think he better than what a lot of people give him to.
I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen on the field. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Let me see that.
What those talks are. I ain't listening
I
to that
think.
shit.
I mean, I think he showed.
I'm not worried about the
he,
talks.
he showed us what he's done on the field.
Not 100%.
Not in the Bear uniform, not this year.
Right,
He
didn't do anything for us last year. And as far as having somebody to throw to him, Deontay Johnson was a Pro Bowler, and he also made an all NFL team.
Yeah, and I also say, but listen, the only thing I rebuttal is like we talk about these, but we talk about these Pro Bowls right now because a lot of people are sliding in because the number one people can't play in the Pro Bowls and shit now. So so what happens is when we have the second person that's supposed to be there as the number one and it's trickling down. Number three's in the second, you know understand what I'm saying? So we end up having people who really shouldn't be making the Pro Bowl, making their first Pro Bowl appearances when they shouldn't really even be there because there should be Patrick Mahomes there or Jalen Hurts there and shit, but they can't participate in that shit because they got to do the Super Bowl.
No, I get
that.
that.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
so
I get that.
I don't
that's
take.
That's how Trubisky made it. I'm not talking about that. Deontay Johnson, league wide, is a top 10 receiver, and he plays for Pittsburgh. That's you can look at anything. Deontay Johnson is a top 10 wide receiver. So the whole thing about not having nobody to throw to him, I just think Claypool. I think he topped out. I don't think it happens. I think he had a great rookie. It reminds no different than Barry Foster.
He got frustrated with an organization that he felt he wasn't getting no productivity out, and that would make any receiver frustrated, especially when you coming off quarterbacks that's not getting you the ball and you getting open. I've heard other receivers do the same thing. We heard on COVID year Justin Jefferson expressing that shit during Kirk Cousins. Damn, Kurt hit me. The fuck, Kurt? He was yelling at you could hear it open. We could play it on the TV. Fuck, Kurt hit me. I'm just saying, like you hear it. No, I heard it. I heard it with D Hop and Murray. He was like, damn. He said the little motherfucker can't see me. This is exactly what D Hop said about Murray. He said He said I'm trying to get you the ball. I want to win. This is what Murray telling D Hop. He said the little nigga can't see me. I'm getting open. It's not. What I'm saying is we not giving him a chance to do what he got to do and see the final product before we judging this man. And everybody's quick to judge this man because of his difficulties with another team. He came into a system he didn't know. So I feel like they not really giving him a fair chance. So I feel like
I think that only proves the point though. If you hear from one team that he's having an issue and he doesn't work hard. Now you're hearing it with another team.
You're not hearing it from the team. It's a rumor is what I'm saying. You're not hearing it coming from the Bears locker room is what I'm saying.
Have you heard any of that from Justin Fields?
No.
You heard any of that
from
Moore?
No.
So why are we hearing this about this guy that they actually happen to hear from?
Because
left
they're willing to stir up controversy to put somebody else down. They haven't seen the final product of him. The same thing happened with Michael Vick. We was out here judging that man before we could judge his abilities, but we judged him on something else. A lot of this has happened, is what I'm saying. So trade yourself. I would have said the same thing about Michael Vick in any type of situation. He got judged before he could get to a team.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I think Claypool was toast.
Hey man, I got a perfect segue. Run that shit back. We see, you know what I'm saying, the results after that type shit. You know what I'm saying, with Claypool into the NBA. Trade yourself to all these motherfuckers trying to move around. I'm tired of motherfuckers looking for all these goddamn spots. I mean, I understand it ain't time, you know what I'm saying? Yes, so what they really should be doing is, you know what I'm saying, they due diligence and figuring out what teams they going to. I get all that. But I'm so tired, man, motherfucker, pick a motherfucking team, man, and stick with that shit, man. Deal with these motherfuckers.
That shit dead.
Rookies and all the motherfuckers coming to the league.
Dead.
Man, look here, man.
They doing exactly the segment. They trade themselves.
Motherfuckers be one piece away. Motherfuckers be one piece away, and then get rid of some important motherfuckers, and then like halfway start over with a brand new project.
What happened? The league's dumbest contracts, $30 billion, but in catching 15 billion of it on the back end of their contract, and they get traded.
What's McCall finna get that bag?
Who?
Brown. say it's like 300.
You said Jalen Brown?
It's like 300 million, 310
They
million.
can trade that nigga.
They say his final year he'll make 70 million.
They can trade that nigga.
These players, man, dictating, you know what I'm saying, movement a little bit too much.
I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy for him, man.
I can't say that. No,
I'm really always on the happy for the player side and get your money side of shit.
Yeah.
But on some real shit, it becomes a little bit confusing when you don't know where to retire a nigga's jersey. It becomes a little bit confusing when you think, oh, we got us a star on our team, but this nigga sitting here waiting to leave to go somewhere else and shit. It becomes a little bit fucking confusing, man, when you got a different big three in the playoffs every fucking year. It becomes a little bit fucking confusing. I'm just saying, man. You understand what I'm saying? Goddamn. At some point in time, somebody sit the fuck down, man. You gonna get a ring or not, nigga. Lose here. Lose with us. Like, motherfuckers, we sitting here losing all the time in our goddamn cities and shit. Niggas come through looking at us like poop butts and motherfucking go and try to go somewhere else, nigga. And, nigga, I understand that. I understand it. I promise to God, I do understand your money. I understand your life, your family. I understand all this shit. At the same point in time, as fans, man, at a certain point, goddamn time, man, I mean, I don't know who to root for. So if James Harden comes to the goddamn Bulls right now, do you root for him? Knowing that he's probably gonna go back to Houston or some shit? I'm just saying, like,
1 year.
You know what I'm saying?
You damn
Like,
got
bro.
that D-Wade jersey, didn't you?
Bro.
You got that Bulls D-Wade jersey,
No,
didn't you?
I got D-Wade's Marquette jersey.
That's hard.
That's what I got.
But we do
In the
gotta
Miami
gotta
shorts,
pay
man.
these
Yeah,
bills,
that's what I
man.
got, man.
We gotta give a shout out to Press Break downtown
The
across
shorts, that don't
Wisconsin.
change.
It's Saturday
Goddamn
night. You want
players.
something good to eat? Go down and check out Press Break. They got the catfish today. They got the chicken wings, all that good stuff. Also, Saturday night, man. You want to be fresh. You and your girl got something. You and your boys going out next Saturday. You want to look fresh, man. Go check out A Breath of Fresh, man. Check out the brother Focus. He got the fresh sneakers in there. If you want to get your sneakers cleaned up, you already got some. He also has a restoration joint in there. We can restore your sneakers, any Supreme, all that good stuff. Sneakers to match the fit, exclusive kicks. Also, the closet. Where is that at here, though?
It's on the corner of 5th and King, man.
Yes,
Catch
sir.
him in the corner, man.
Check out the closet, man. They also got a exclusive sneakers in there in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And then also, our brother Dietrich, Manuel, need you to download the Bump That Radio, man. Download the Bump That Radio out, man. Trying to bring music back like how it used to be. And also, Captain Kush, man, how you doing out there, brother, man? Always appreciate, man. One of our special guests. We can't wait to have you back, man. Always want to put you out there if you're looking for a great artist. Check out our brother Captain Kush. You can go on our page. We need y'all to hit that like button. Subscribe. Old Head Sports Entertainment Podcast on YouTube. Also, Chendo, Ceehendo. Also on YouTube, man. We need y'all
Facebook.
and Facebook as well, man. Please check out our page. We over $1,000 now. We at 1.2, man. So, man, trying to make these moves, man. We need y'all to like, man. Keep spreading the word. You see us out in public, man. You see us at the gas station. We always down for a good debate. I have no problem, you know what I'm saying, making people lose and cry. So, hey, you see us, man, check us out, man. Like, subscribe. Old Heads episode 61 is in the books. Co-host Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Episode 61. I'm going to let these brothers take us out.
Yo, the boy Bills, old head, holla at us, man.
Yes, sir.
Friend Slow, Friend G, man, a.k.a. Mr. Honeypack, man. Make sure you subscribe, man. Show the love.
Yes, sir. Show that love. Old Head, episode 61.
Yudi. Yes, sir, man.